Okay, my topic will be on really simple but really important part of every application is connectivity, right? You need to get any kind of interactions through your application. You need to connect to all. Yeah, so this is what I am going to talk about. Yeah, my name is Norbert, and I am founder of Nightly. I don't know if you guys seen Nightly Wallet. It's currently live on LFZO. I have bachelor's and master's in computer science, that kind of stuff, and I work in IBM with Hyperledger and also Zcash and Ethereum, mostly on smart contract layer. What's Nightly? Nightly is basically a wallet that grew into a much broader ecosystem. We are currently supporting multiple blockchains and expanding rapidly. We also are only multi-blockchain wallet that is supporting Safari extension that is actually coming to LFZO really, really soon. I will be mostly focusing today on Nightly Connect, which is our basically selector, connector, adapter. It has really different words, but what it basically does is allow you to connect to any kind of website. And if you use common exchange on LFZO, it doesn't work. What doesn't work? Okay. This is actually using Nightly Connect under the hood. So the entire model is customizable, and guys from Chrome basically tweak it into looking like this. Yeah, and what it provides to you as a developer, basically, it's really easy way to bootstrap your project and get this basic functionality of connecting with basically any kind of wallet that's available currently on LFZO. And as you guys see, it's the pop-up is covering some of my screen. Yeah, it auto detects some of the wallets, and this is really really pleasant thing for users, because they can immediately see what extension they had installed, and they just click it. And this also provides discoverability through other wallets, so they don't get lost in a void. They still get some visibility, and they can get discovered by anybody. We can walk through how it works. So this is a casual flow of like connecting with your extension. I will be using Nightly Connect because I'm promoting it, or Nightly Wallet, but you could use any kind of wallet that actually supports LFZO, and we auto detect it. So after that, you basically are connected to the website, and you can easily interact with it, and you are getting notifications pop up, and you can interact with them. Yeah, so that's the part one of Nightly Connect. The second part is a model, or the QR part of the model, and this is really interesting, especially on the mobile side of things, because if you have a wallet like Nightly Connect that I have right here, you can actually just easily scan the QR code and get this connection like hands-free. So right now, if I do some kind of interactions just like this, so my mobile is currently connected to this website, and I interact with this, I'm going to get a notification right here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This brings really a lot of value if you are interacting with any kind of applications on mobile. This is really cool, and of course we could leverage it further through some tools like Safari extension or even other. Yeah, so there is a lot of like space to go, and you basically get this for free. Yeah, so how you can use Nightly Connect as your modal, as your selector for your application. It's actually really simple. We provide you with a template. This is open source. You can just go to like Aleph0 web3-template.nightly.app. It's very easy to find. You can just type it in Google. And this is a template that we have open source also on our GitHub. You can just click it right here and you will be redirected to our GitHub, and you can use this as a template since this is a public template. It uses under the hood Next.js, but Nightly Connect is framework agnostic. So if you are into more like, I don't know, different frameworks, not necessarily React, like Solid, Vue, Svelte, wherever, even React Native, you can use it. That just try out. It should work. And if it doesn't, just let me know. I will try to fix it as soon as possible. But I honestly use it most of the time in Solid.js, and it works perfectly fine. Yeah, this is our default, not styled modal that you can get. So this will be your default view. But if you want to style it, then yeah, this is probably not good stuff to do on a hackathon. But if you want to do it, just go ahead. It should be really simple. Yeah. Another thing, do you guys have any questions? Like there should be some kind of questions, but I personally don't see them or have no idea where they should be. So yeah, maybe I will try to later figure it out. Yeah, we also have like a light documentation that will allow you to get started. Oh, I think I see the Q&A. Oh, there's a question. Synthesizer have signer wallet, but how to test it? Redeemed. You are probably asking how I got the tokens, right? So I think there is some kind of faucet on Aleph0. So there should be like Aleph0 faucet or something like that. Yeah, there you go. And here you can type your address and you'll get some tokens that you can use. Currently, light disadvantage is that Nightly as a wallet does not, oh, I don't know why it bugged or whatever. Well, yeah, so here's a small problem. So somebody is asking why he cannot see his test as you are in wallet. And the reason is simple, that Nightly wallet currently does not support testnet. We'll be rolling this update like on a Monday. So on a Monday, you should be able to like change into somewhere here. There's going to be like a network switch, and you will be able to switch to the testnet. But yeah, this is on a Monday. So right now there is no way to. Okay. Yeah, hope that answers your question. Okay. Yeah, back to the connect stuff. If you don't want to fork our repository, you can just use our package on npm. It's really easy to install, and it's really easy to explain. You don't need to register your application anywhere. It's going to just work. So here's a website that you can go, connect.nightly.app/docs. And here is all of the information that you need to create this model. Yeah, establishing the connection is really easy. And here is how it can look like. There's asynchronous and also synchronous methods for basically everything. So you can pick wherever you want, but I think is currently like a main stuff that you should do. One small note, Nightly Connect does not support server-side rendering. So to use Nightly Connect as a model, you need to opt out of it. And if you dig under the hood, it really makes sense, since Nightly Connect needs to establish a connection, and you cannot do it on a server side. Yeah, so this is how you import it. This is really simple import. And when you are building the adapter part is actually what is going to represent your application and how your application is going to look like inside the connector modal, or when somebody scans the QR code. This is the information that they will see, or at least partially. So you should kind of take care. And name is obvious. That should be name of your application description. So it's like the description of what your application is doing. Your icon, and this needs to be like a public link, right? So it cannot be like embedded, let's say, I don't know, Panga. It needs to be a link that is, we can recover from a web. And additional info, I don't think anyone leverages this, but there is also like other fields that you can fill, but this should be more than enough to make it happen. There's also a field of like persistent session, and I encourage everybody to set it on true, or like default is also true. But to be aware of what it does, let me show you. So if I connect my wallet, let me connect it. Yeah, so I have connected the wallet, and I refresh the page. I will get back to the connected state like immediately without any kind of user interaction. And it's really pleasant if somebody is, constantly using applications, because showing every time the connect model is weird. So this is really pleasant, and this is really nice to make it work. And it also works on mobile. Oh, I broke something. Let me get back here. Okay, so this is a part that you establish, and it's really important to do this only once. So this should be created in some kind of hook that only runs once on a front end and does not refresh. Why? Because there is WebSocket connection under the hood, and you don't want to have multiple like connectors to our servers, or like the connector to a wallet. So just create a separate file and put it right there, and keep it alive through your entire application. To trigger connection, you just click .connect. It's really simple. Signing transaction is also really simple. All of those should be in line with what is already happening on Polkadot. So all of the templates or examples that were on Polkadot or the other parachains should be also working on F0. So it's really easy, and you can also like forcefully disconnect from a client to change the session or to change the wallet. Yeah, here is more elaborate example of like signing a transaction, but this is really easy. Maybe we stop here for a minute, and if somebody has any question, this is the right time. So yeah, once again, what you need to do is pull this package from npm, then you can use it, create a separate file, and put this adapter inside this separate file, and then you can use it anywhere through your entire frontend. And it should work just like that. By the way, this connect function will actually trigger the model. So when you click the connect, or like you trigger this method connect, the model will pop up. Model is auto-scalable to mobile and other devices. And if somebody just closes the model, this promise will reject. So you will have this information if somebody closed the model or rejected the model. And to open it again, you can just type connect again, and the model will pop up on itself. Yep. I can quickly talk through how wallets can integrate Night Connect, because this is more elaborate, and by the way, this is not only for wallets. This is also something that, for example, custody services could use. If you guys seen like on our example, here's like a copy button, and what it does is basically copy the session ID that is binded towards this this specific mobile, this specific website. And if we, for example, have some kind of how you say it, custody services that they still want to interact with application directly from their custody account, they could offer this interface that they just copy the session ID and they establish the connection via this session ID. So this is really, really probably like higher level with what you can do. But yeah, it's possible, and this is just basically connectivity interface. So connection looks pretty much the same. So we first of all like create a client that is actually connecting to Nightly Connect servers. We get an information about the session. So this is the stuff that you actually inputted into your adapter. This is how we kind of get it on the other side. And if everything is right in a session, we just send a connect message back, and this includes all of the information that is necessary to establish the connection and all of the stuff. And then signing transactions and signing all of the stuff is basically kind of the same. So the wallet side or the custody side that actually connected to the session will be receiving events or is able to also catch some kind of push notifications, and based on that they are able to respond to them. Yeah, so this is how basically, for example, signing transaction looks like. So we're creating hook for any kind of signed transaction events, and once we get those signed transaction events, we can, of course, probably display them to the user, say what happens, analyze them if everything is right, and then if everything is right or the user confirms, we just create we are creating a signature and then sending it back as a result to signing a transaction, and the website will see that the transaction has been signed and confirmed and sent. This is basically what I just showed you that the wallet did. So what it did is basically I scanned the QR code, I created an event on a website, and I got a notification on my mobile, and I accepted it, so the website could be able to pick it up. Is that clear? I think it's more on a complex side. So if anyone has any question, then go ahead. Happy to answer. But yeah, this is probably not something that you will be covering here inside the hackathon project, since like model is probably more than you can use. Is it possible to show the user an estimate of the TX cost before they sign and approve the transaction? Yes. So yeah, this is more on like a wallet side. So if you see on the Nightly, I hope you can kind of see it somewhere right here. So here is we show like a network fee. So this is based on an estimation, right? Yeah, so you can actually do it, and we also are currently working on simulating the token changes or any kind of change that is happening to your account, not only just showing the fee, because we know that this is not enough. But yeah, this is still a lot of work on our side to do it. But yes, we can estimate basically everything, since this is what a simulation is built for. And also, it's important that on Alex you kind of pay for a gas, and you know set some kind of hard threshold of how much gas you can use, or like the fee that you can use. So this is a maximum fee that you are going to spend on a transaction. Doesn't matter if this goes through or fails. So this is also a fee that you can show and leverage. But yeah, this is mostly on like a wallet side. Hope that answers your question. Okay. Yeah, I can show you some more like elaborate code. So this is this code that I have right here is a template that I just showed you. This is, or maybe I'll show. This is the template that I'll be talking about. And yeah, what you get here. This is basically a template Next.js application. I'm personally not a fan of Next.js, but I've seen that most of the people are using it, so that's why the template is created in Next.js. So this is like basically MVP that you can start and build on top of. In app. Oh, I don't know why it's getting so laggy. It's Zoom. Yeah, so here's an adapter. So this is probably like most important part that you will be using. So first line of code is import actually of our adapter. Then I'm creating like a singleton pattern in TypeScript. And then once we have this, we can use it through entire application. Okay. And this is all, it's probably important to consider like persisting the sessions, because for example, if somebody does not allow you to store their cookies or wherever, yeah, persisting sessions should be turned off, because like, yeah, the RODO or other stuff. And as you can see, name is basically name, description, icon, that's all the stuff. You should also put a network here. And this is because there is differences between all of the substratum based networks. And if you pick like strictly Alexio, this will filter out wallets that do not support Alexio. This is probably like a more of like utility. It's not necessary to have it here, but it's worth to have the wallets filtered. Yeah, this is like a basic interaction. Where is okay, so here is like, for example, a way of connecting on a demand. So we get an adapter, and this is important. This is on a this is on a client side, so we are not using a server side right here. Again, adapter needs to be on a client side. We check if we can eager connect. This is something that actually checks if the wallet was previously connected to this session. And if this is true, then we can trigger a connect, and this should not show any kind of pop-up towards the user, and your session should be established like immediately. Yeah. What else? Then after you are connected, then all of the stuff is right here. So disconnecting is really also easy. And every time you interact with adapter, you can just call the get adapter anywhere, and it will just work. It's really fast. It's really easy, and it's really quick. And I found this really pattern really pleasing to work with. Yeah, here's an example of how you can sign a transaction. So you this is getting like a reference to Alexio API. We get an adapter, we create a transaction, we sign this transaction, and then we send it. That's it. You don't even realize that you are using the adapter under the hood because it's so easy. Yeah, there's some console log, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I have anything else. If you have any question, this is probably right time. Again, this is probably a great place for you to start from. This is open source, completely free template that you can use. If you want to use any other framework, it's really easy to migrate. We are using TypeScript everywhere, so everything should be simple. And yeah, it will just work. That's our kind of idea.